comrades, welcome back. I am doing a video today of the STA-1 Tier 8 medium Japanese tank. Now, my old favorite tank used to be the Indien Panzer, but I just realized that I actually sold it. I probably should have sold the Pershing instead, because I hate the Pershing. There's just something about the Pershing that I hate. I don't know what it is. The only reason I still have it is because people insist that I use it in certain stronghold events or for team battles and stuff. But honestly, I think the STA is a better tank for how I play and how I drive. I don't know why. It's probably because I like having AP rounds that actually have decent pen. And that is displayed here. You have 220 pen with 0.36 accuracy and 2.3 aim time. That is different from the M26 Pershing because the Pershing only has 170 or 180 pen. And honestly, that's kind of crappy. It will struggle to pen waggling tanks like the IS-3 from the front a little bit more than this thing will. I find that this thing is a lot more... It pretty much fits with how I play, which is I like to snipe and I like to move around, and then when I can find a tank that's isolated, like a tank destroyer, then I am quick enough to get up around it, and that's what I like about it. We're not going to get too hardcore into the stats for this tank, but it's not as fast as most of the other medium tanks. It only do 45, but it traverses extremely well. It turns well on most pavement and ground surfaces and stuff. But the turret also turns quite quick, and the view range is good. Almost 400 view range. So the strongest things for me on this tank aren't the armor, but you can use the gun depression, and the gun mantlet does bounce stuff occasionally. It does have a huge tumor on top, which is a bit of a... And yeah, the main detractors of the tank are really, it doesn't have straight line speed, and it has problems with aiming over the back of the tank because the gun depression does not work over the back of the tank. You basically can shoot straight, and it's not as good as the -10 you get from the front and off the sides, which is really, really good. So other than that, the gun is great, the agility of the tank is good, the view range is good, and the values for driving over terrain seem to be pretty good. But we'll jump into one of the games I had quite recently, and you can see how it handles when it is driving around. Now we're on the Fisherman's Bay map, and I am moving up into a support position. Going to be trying to fire in on this Super Pershing that is off to the left. I'm checking at my front to see if I have any shots at anything to the front, but I don't. So I'm going to pull up and start scanning around. Don't have a shot at the Comet, but I do have a shot at the Super Pershing. And as you can see, it aims in quite well, and it actually got, the STA-1 actually got a buff in the last patch to increase its... Well, actually was to decrease its dispersion while the turret is rotating. So that's also been pretty nice for the tank as well. So a couple shots into that Super Pershing, and now he's retreating across the field, and now he's dead. So again, just scanning around, seeing what I can actually shoot at. There is a Tiger P there. Not too much going on that I can actually kill. But again, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to aim on his track wheel, track him in place. And the thing that I like best about the STA-1, other than its penetration with the gun, is the fact that it reloads in like a little over 6 seconds with the way I have it laid out. And between having snapshot and smooth ride, the reticle just never gets very big. But this is the kind of position where the STA does struggle a little bit because its accuracy is not laser perfect. I'm going to lob shots in on this thing. I'm going to try and get up a little bit higher so I have a better vantage point. And he keeps moving around a little bit. I thought he might go back forward. I thought he would go this way. And now I'm going to shoot my ally. I didn't mean to do that. It didn't even tell me I did, I don't think. No, it did. I hit an ally T-54 on the back. Sorry. Cross-country performance is pretty good. You can see I'm doing like 46, 45 kph. And I'm turning. I don't really scrub off too much speed either. And got a shot at Type 61, set him on fire, do 600 damage to him. That's pretty decent. The tanks left on the enemy team are all tier 9s though. We've killed everything else, but the rest of the team is all their heavier hitters. Whereas on our team, most of our tier 9s have died, and only the T95 is still alive. And I don't know where he is. He's in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to drive up, put a shot into that Type 61, and then he's going to die. And now I have a T30 and a Jagdtiger to the front. And there's a one-hit T69. So it's a little bit closer than maybe it looks, because they have their big tanks left, and a lot of them are on full hit points. Like T30's on full, the Jagdtiger's on full, and the lightweight is pretty happy with hanging out in the back. And I thought I maybe had a shot at the T30, but I don't think I do anymore. So again, just looking around, scanning around, seeing who's going to come in with me if I do get the opportunity to take any of these guys out. So we spotted the Jagdtiger. He's on pretty full hit points. And put a shot into his engine, and I got a little bit... I wanted to keep him here, and I thought maybe the T69 wouldn't be a complete re... But no, he drove straight on headlong into the Jagdtiger. So not too good for me. I got tracked in front of the Jagdtiger as he's able to turn around because the T69 didn't keep him perma-tracked. Then I get set on fire, and things aren't quite as happy as they used to be. But Jagdtiger's dead, and that pretty much just leaves me with the T30 who's staring at me, and I can't shoot him and go around the corner and put any more shots into him because he's just waiting for me to do that, and I have no hit points left to deal with him anymore. But in the meantime, we'll just talk about the main things of the STA that are great. The gun is great. The agility of the tank is great. It has really good gun depression, except over the back and rear of the tank. It doesn't have any armor, really, per se, but the gun mantlet does manage to bounce things from time to time. And the only other things that are kind of bad about it are the accuracy is a little bit flaky sometimes. 0.36 sometimes isn't as good as you would hope it would be. But just in general, it is definitely my favorite medium tank at tier 8. It's a very good support tank, and it has all the things I like in a tank, like gun depression, good penetration, decent damage, alright heat pen, and definitely a huge step above the Chiri. So thanks for watching, and I will be doing a full review of the STA1 when I have a little bit more time in it. Cheers, guys.